Hi, it's me. Today I'm going to tell you the kids' story, Jack and Jill's Adventure. Once upon a time, there were two children who lived in a small village. Their names were Jack and Jill. They were happy and good children, but they were also very curious. They loved asking questions about everything around them, and they never got tired of learning new things. One day, Jack and Jill were playing in the garden behind their house when they saw an old, weathered chest hidden under some bushes. They ran over to it and started to dig it out from under the bushes. When they finally got it out, they were so excited because they had never seen such a large chest before. It was made out of sturdy oak wood and was decorated with beautiful carvings of flowers and vines. The chest was locked, but the children were determined to find out what was inside. "We need to find the key to open this chest," said Jack. "I bet whatever is inside belongs to someone important." "Let's go ask Grandpa," suggested Jill. "He knows everything about this house and maybe he can help us." So the children ran off to find their grandpa. He was sitting in his favorite armchair by the fireplace, reading a thick book. When he heard their request, he smiled and said, "Ah yes, that old chest. It has been in our family for many years, but no one knows what's inside because the key has been lost for so long. Can you find it, Grandpa?" asked Jill hopefully. The old man shook his head. "I'm afraid not, but maybe someone else can help us." He looked at the children with a twinkle in his eye. "How about you two? Would you like to go on an adventure to find the key?" Jack and Jill were so excited. They had always wanted to go on an adventure. "Yes, sir," they said in unison. Their grandpa explained that according to family legend, the key to the chest was hidden somewhere in the Whispering Woods. It was said that only those who were pure of heart could find the key. So the children, with their grandpa's blessing, set off into the forest. As they walked along the winding paths, they noticed that the trees seemed to be whispering secrets to each other. The leaves rustled above their heads and the branches reached out as if trying to touch them. Jack and Jill held hands, and even though they were scared, they were determined to find the key. They walked for a long time until they came across a clearing. In the middle of the clearing stood a magnificent oak tree. Its branches were so large that they spread out like the arms of a giant. Beneath the tree was a mossy stone altar, and on top of the altar was a wooden box. Jill gasped. "Could this be the key?" she whispered, but as they approached the box, they heard a loud growl. A ferocious-looking dog with sharp teeth and claws jumped out from behind the tree. Jack and Jill screamed and ran away. They kept running until they came to a babbling brook. There was no bridge over the brook, but the children had to cross it to continue their journey. Jack took a deep breath and said, "We have to go on. We can't be scared forever." Jill nodded, but she was shaking with fear. Suddenly, a friendly face popped up from behind a bush. It was a little girl with long flowing hair and kind eyes. "Hello," she said with a smile. "Can I help you?" Jack and Jill explained that they were looking for the key to the chest, and the girl told them that she knew where it was. "I'll take you to my cottage," she said. "You can rest and get some food, and then we'll go find the key together." Jack and Jill followed her to a cozy cottage surrounded by flowers and vegetables. The girl's name was Lily, and she was a kind and helpful fairy. She gave the children food and drink, and then they all set off back into the woods. This time they went deeper into the forest until they came to a small clearing. In the center of the clearing was a tiny house made out of mushrooms and flowers. Lily knocked on the door and a little voice called out, "Who's there?" "It's just me, Lily," she said, "and I brought my friends, Jack and Jill." The door opened and a cute little fellow with wings and a magic wand appeared. "Welcome," he said with a smile. "I've been expecting you." The little fellow was a pixie, and he told the children that he had the key they were looking for. "I've been waiting for someone pure of heart to come and collect it," he said, "and you, Jack and Jill, have proven yourselves to be kind and helpful. Therefore, I will give you the key." With that, he handed them a small golden key that shimmered in the sunlight. Jack and Jill thanked the pixie and Lily and raced out of the forest. When they got home, they ran to their backyard to check out the chest. They inserted the key and turned it, and the lock clicked open. With trembling hands, they opened the chest. Inside, they found a beautiful golden crown, a scepter, and a cloak that shimmered with all the colors of the rainbow. "Wow," breathed Jack. "Do you think this belonged to a king or a queen?" Jill shook her head. "I don't know, but it must have been very important because it's made out of real gold." Just then, their grandpa came out to see what all the commotion was about. When he saw the open chest, he gasped. "Oh my," he said, "I didn't realize that the treasure was still inside." Jack and Jill looked up at him, confused. "Treasure?" Their grandpa explained that the chest wasn't just any old chest. It was a treasure chest that had been passed down through their family for generations. Each new generation was tasked with finding the key and opening the chest, and when they did, they were given magical items that would help them on their journey through life. These items aren't just magical, their grandpa said, they're also a symbol of our family's history and legacy. The crown represents our courage and determination. The scepter represents our wisdom and leadership, and the cloak represents our kindness and compassion. Jack and Jill felt a sense of pride and responsibility wash over them. They knew that they had to take care of these items and use them to make the world a better place. From that day on, Jack and Jill became known throughout the land for their bravery, intelligence, and compassion. They used the treasure chest and its contents to help others and make their dreams come true, and they never forgot the valuable lesson they had learned in the Whispering Woods. The end. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked the story, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you haven't already, please subscribe so you never miss an upload. We have lots more adventures planned for Jack and Jill, so stay tuned to see what happens next.